here. No, that won't go there. We'll put that in there. We can just put this here for now. We'll get to that later. That's the intro song. It's beautiful, isn't it? Isn't that nice? Good morning, Gavin. How are you today? Tell me everything that's happened to you so far today. Go. I'm going to have this bagel. The Ed Guitars, morning to you. I want both of you to tell me in haiku form how your day is progressing so far. I woke up today. Mrs. Sully brought me, coffee. It's 2 words. That's 2 syllables. That won't work. I was so close to a haiku. That's a drag. So I think so close to a haiku, that would be like the name of like an EP. Because like a haiku is like, 575, short. Let's see. I just woke up. Damn it, Gavin. I thought we had the workings of a haiku here, but let's see. I just woke up. Lol. Nothing happening yet. Smiley. No, that's 2. Just like me. We broke it. It's a great look. This is a great look. Senior Montoya. Wow. Hello to Colombia. Great guitars. You should have one. How do we get Sully guitars into Colombia? That's really the question. That's the problem we're trying to solve today. Is it? Sure, why not? How to get Sully guitars everywhere. That's really my, plan. It's not really a plan. It's an aspiration. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. So we're here for another one of these. Excuse me while I get my coffee, my Supermodels coffee. You too could get a Supermodels coffee mug at sullyguitars.threadless.com. That's right, sullyguitars.threadless.com. There's many coffee mugs you can choose from. Actually, I think you saw it last week. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't remember. We had the Barbie coffee mug last week. That's a new one. Oh, yeah. Good morning to my cousin Naomi. Hello. So we had a few things happen this week. I've got some things that I can show you. Kind of, there's some here. There's one. Can you see it on the couch? No, I guess you can't. Wait. Yeah, you can see a little bit there. Got one over here. Because these 3 guitars are going to, I got to drop them off to get plecked today to get there. I don't know why, but I was liking that to getting the plaque work done to like going to the dentist, which is really strange. Because like frets aren't teeth, or are they? Nobody knows. Again, nobody knows. So they're all very, I can't say very unique because that's redundant. So we'll say they're unique. Each one of them are unique. And so why not have a sneaky peeky, right? That's fun. John, good morning to you. So we'll get to that in a little bit. A little more progress about getting Sully guitars over into Europe and the UK. Looks like that's going to happen, which I'm very happy about, because that also means that, hopefully that means that maybe next year, maybe we'll have to go over there and say hi to the nice people of Europe. Wouldn't that be a bummer? Totally. So, it'd be the opposite of a bummer. It would be the coolest. So, I'd like to do that. So that was good. Had some aspects of the week that were really, really bad. I will spare you that. Yesterday was pretty good. Yesterday was Friday. Yeah. I had a meeting Friday morning, and then we got a lot of stuff moved along. A lot of necks under construction, moving those along, ready for bodies. Pretty soon we're going to have a whole bunch of stuff that's ready to go to paint, and that is really good, because once things go to paint, that means that they are almost, they're closer to completion, and that's great. And it's also nice because then we get to replace the things that are off to paint with new things that need to go to paint. A renewal, if you will, because it's good, because sometimes I get sick of looking at certain things, namely this. But here we are. One of the things that I need to put a little bit of more time into, maybe I can do that this weekend, as it relates to the conspiracy series. I want to do like a little teeny tiny run. Just 3 things. And I think I've mentioned, I know that I've mentioned this. One will be a Raven bass. I would like to do a Stardust Deluxe, or a version of the Stardust Deluxe. And something else that I don't want to talk to you about just yet. But I have to kind of see, when I sent the files, I'm like, here's what I'm thinking. And then I asked a couple questions about certain wood availability, not really thinking it was going to be available. What do you know? Available. So that kind of opens up some options that I need to kind of make in my mind. Because like the other thing is like, here I am hemming and hawing and hemming and hawing and hemming and hawing. And on the other hand, I could just be like, both options are cool, just put one out. What's the worst thing that can happen? Nobody orders them. And be like, you're lost, losers. Anyway. But yeah, I need to do a little bit of kind of finalizing. Oh, good morning to Mazda in Westwood, Ma. Zda. Catfish, good morning to you. That's a lot of hemming and hawing. So much hemming and hawing. I would just like to hem, not like a tailor, or maybe I would like to be a tailor. Who knows? I probably wouldn't mind being John Taylor of Duran Duran, if you know what I'm saying. It is. Maybe I could just hem or haw. That would immediately reduce the amount of hemming and hawing by a lot. Today's breakfast sponsored by Thomas's Cinnamon Raisin Bagels, because I'm health conscious. Yeah. Let's see. There's some CAD work that I have to move along. Progressing nicely on this neck through Concord that we got to do. We don't have to do. We're being paid to make one, so that's the best reason to make one. Yeah, there's like I've got the 24 fret. See, I talked about this in the last one. Working on the neck through version of the heel termination as it relates to where the back bevels go, and working with my pal Nick, and I think we've got something that works. So that's great. And then, so that's for the 24 fret version. And I got to do one for the 22 fret version because, well, they're not universal. Then I was talking with Mr. J yesterday, and he had asked me if I had updated to Rhino 8. And I'm like, well, no, because I still have Rhino Cam 2019. And then if I have Rhino 8, then it's not going to be compatible because, and then he started talking about Fusion 360. And there's this dude on YouTube, Austin Shaner, who does Fusion 360 tutorials. And, he's a lot on guitars. And one thing that I wasn't aware of that Fusion 360 does that I think is pretty cool is, so let's say we've got a model of a guitar, say a 71. Let's say I need to make a short scale version of a 71. Now in Rhino, that means I make a whole new thing. Or, there's some reworking of the existing 25.5 scale thing that I can kind of change. Your bridge location is going to change. Some of your pickup location, your pickup spacing might need to be massaged a little bit. But I think one thing that Fusion 360 might do, if I'm understanding this properly, is like if you make a change, so let's say like a change in the scale length or something, like it changes like everything else. Like everything else will kind of fall in line. There's a way to do that. That's attractive. But anyway, I also don't want to learn a whole other software. That's who has the time. Not me. Les coming in with the truth here. Dilly-dallying while hemming and hawing can be most unproductive. Yeah, you gotta pick, dude. You're either dilly-dallying, you're hemming and hawing, and then once you get to your decision there, it's best for us to refine further. So you can either dilly or dally. See, I don't even know. Nobody knows. Got to cut the grass. Yeah. I remember as a teenage punk Sully, who really did not like cutting the grass. In many things as a teen, I would purposefully do a really bad job of something so I wouldn't have to do it again. Cutting the grass was one of those things. So like, our lawnmower was, had a bag on it. And the customary thing one would do during the lawn mowing process, Les, I hope you're still here for this topical commentary. You're mowing the yard, and then you got to change the bag, because it fills with grass clippings, and then you empty that out. Not me. I would just mow the lawn, not change the bag out. And then like when I was done mowing the lawn, I wouldn't empty the bag out like at all. So like, there's some moisture that's being contained and all that stuff. And so maybe next week when you open up the bag and you realize that it hasn't been emptied, that grass is now moldy. And I was a terrible, terrible kid. I was a terrible person. I probably still am. But anyway, catfish depends on the yard. Some yards really have it coming and you enjoy it. I don't mind it. Meow. When we got the house, 18 years ago. But see, now, don't ever use a bag if you can help it. But see, then you're walking through grass clippings, and then your shoes are going to get all green. See, there's that. Family obligations. Well, you don't want to bum out like other people's parents. I think that's a good thing. Don't do it. So that's lawn mowing. We've got some fans. We've got some people that just do it. I don't know. Wait a minute. Catfish coming in. Shoes get green anyway. You mean even if you don't mow the lawn? Shoes don't go green anyway. Catfish. Okay. Dallas Guitar Show. We're going to go. We're going to display. I don't know that I have like enough guitars to really on hand at the moment to justify displaying there, but we're gonna make it work. I've got some stuff on hand, and I do have some things that we can use to fill some slots if I need to. So that's good. Like that's so close. We might see this there. It's possible. You'll definitely see that one there. This guy. You'll see this. You might even see my 620. You might even see my 622 there. Probably because I'm not going to sell that guitar because like I really like that guitar. But if I got a booth full of these things, I'm never going to get this right. Wait, these things. Yeah. Especially here, people are just going to keep walking. So, I don't know. That's a great attitude to have, isn't it? But the nice thing is that we are going to be right next to our pals at Rev Amplification, which is good. So they're a bunch of super nice people, and I like being around super nice people. It's way better. If you have your choice between being around super nice people and jerks, super nice people is the way to go all the time. So that's just a life tip for you. So I'm looking forward to that. There's a possibility that there might be a Cinco de Sully that weekend because I know Perfecto is coming in. And as we were working yesterday, David's like, hey, are we going to have a Cinco de Sully anytime soon? I'm like, well, that'll be the weekend to do it. Don't necessarily have a location, which, that could be problematic. Because I didn't call, I was messaging with my buddy Rob at Guitars and Growlers to see if the one location was open, and it is not, which makes sense because like these calendars are usually filled months in advance. So we're going to look for a second location. And Adam's got one in mind that's in Deep Ellum in Dallas. And like if we're able to do that, it's like a proper like rock club. So like it's a better kind of environment. Is that the word I'm looking for? Venue. That's it. For that sort of thing. But so maybe, I don't know. It seems like it's a logistical. It's going to be quite an undertaking because like I'm going to be at the guitar show all day, and then there's going to be like whatever. So a lot of preparation. Yeah. Chris, good morning to you. Sean, checking in while stuck waiting on a huge train to pass. One thing I can tell you about Sean is he is very, very committed to safety while in public. And that's good. Greetings from Wisconsin. Greetings to Wisconsin. I could go for a Leon's Raspberry Sundae. Right off 27th Street in Milwaukee. It's been around for like a million years. If you're ever in Milwaukee, if my cousin Naomi's still watching, I believe she's in Milwaukee, and she knows the magic of a Leon's frozen yogurt sundae. Good stuff. Back in the day, when I would go visit my grandparents up in Milwaukee in the summer, and we would go to Summerfest in Milwaukee, and it's still going on, which is cool. And like there's multiple concert venues inside Summerfest, and back in my day, all of those things were open to just like open air free. You could, I remember one summer I saw Weird Al Yankovic on the In 3D tour. We saw the Allman Brothers, saw Yngwie. I remember Bon Jovi was there that summer on their 7800 Fahrenheit tour. I didn't get to see that, but it was, it was open. You can just kind of cruise around. Not anymore. You gotta buy tickets. But anyway, makes sense. I mean, we're all trying to make some money here. But that was a cool aspect of Summerfest. Was going to get your t-shirt from there. What size do you wear? It depends. I'm usually like a medium or a large. Ooh, rainbow cone, also very good. Rainbow cone is also very good. Mitchell, greetings to you and all of the wonderful people in the greater Chicagoland area. In there. Hey, I did it! I mean, to be fair, that's like right in the middle of the screen, so that I don't really get credit for that. So let's show some unique guitars that are going to get dropped off to get their teeth done. Since Sean is waiting for a train to pass, we'll show his guitar first. So we have, it's a little dusty, so am I. This is this black, blue, raspberry pearl kind of baritone Raven. Hey, and you can see the reflection. It's we got an alder body. We've got a 27 scale. We've got a matching headstock. We've got hollow block inlays. We've got a roasty maple bolt-on neck. That's right, it's a bolt-on. We've got a little sculpt to heel. We've got a string through plate. Sully, why do you do that instead of drilling string through holes? Because. Yeah. Perfect. Never had one lesson. So that's Sean's Raven. Continuing along with the ravening, of unique varieties. Here we go. Sean with a baritone. Impossible. Well, I can do that like as I'm able. I don't always have a new one each week, but yeah. Nice, Sean. Congrats. Typo tuning. So Les and Sean, Les, you should know. So Sean loves baritones, and Sean has two other guitars on order, both baritones. One of which was inspired by Kenny's signature model. Now, Sean, Les was worked on the Typo tour, I believe. Weren't you Josh's tech during the World Coming Down tour? Maybe for longer than that, but yeah, we've got some synergy. We've got some amazing things coming together. Now, let's look at Tony's Raven. Let's start in the back. So this is neck through. Sully, don't you hate making neck throughs? I do. So it's a sparkly green, like an emerald green. We've got roasted maple neck. We've got a nice heel. We've got, so you see this spot here. So this is like where the clear coat ends, and this is all oiled. It takes some time to dial in and smooth out and make all comfy. Okay, here we go. Les, Bloody Kisses through World Coming Down. Right on. So, yeah, and so then we go to the front. So its owner wanted, originally, so this guitar went through some changes. It was going to be White Unicorn Sparkle. And then its owner thought, I want to do like a two-tone kind of thing. So how about like British Racing Green or like an emerald green, back with the raised elevation being silver sparkle, but the whole thing is a sparkle so this is, we got like an emerald green candy over, this whole thing is silver sparkle, emerald green candy over here. And then we've got a metal logo on there. And then this also has a Raven plate. What do you think of that? It's kind of neat, right? Pretty cool. Let's see. Love the color on that too. I'm sitting with my fresh Sully and showing the pics to it and telling that it's his family. That's awesome. So Chris, this was in the spray booth with your 622, I believe. So, yeah, there you go. That tailpiece, it's gorgeous. I would like to do, so this is like anodized aluminum, and then I did the engraving of the Raven graphic logo artwork. There we go. I would like to get these in other finishes like nickel and gold. But where I got this fabricated at, they do onesie twosie stuff, but they don't do plating. Well, at least not like they do powder coating and anodizing. But if I wanted like, nickel or gold or something, they don't do that. So, I could have these made at the same place I had these made at, but then I'd need to get like 300 of them. Does that mean you have 300 of these? Yes. And I don't know. Well, I do know there's a pretty low likelihood that I'm going to need 300 of these. I mean, let's face it. That's a lot of Ravens. Granted, I could have them in different finishes to make up the 300. But anyway, regardless, irregardless, you see what I'm coming with. See what I'm coming up with. See what I'm talking about. So, yeah. It's pretty here. See if I can get you in close. It's probably going out of focus, but you get the idea. That's one thing that's nice about the laser. Now, the laser is a pain in the ass, or at least it is for us, to do things like anything other than what we normally do, like cutting out inlays or making control covers and stuff like that. Well, even doing control covers are a pain in the ass, especially like after something comes through paint and something might have a little bit more, finish between on where the control cover goes, and then you have to make the decision: do I route this? Do I reroute it? Do I put a template on it and reroute it by hand and make it sharp and all that stuff? I really hate doing that. I did that on this. That is a thing that is often, that can be fraught with peril. And I've got enough things in my life that are fraught with peril to keep adding to that list. But yeah. Thanks, Folky. Digging the Plate. That was the name of his of Catfish's second album in the 90s. It was kind of like a singer-songwriter kind of thing, Digging the Plate. It was good. It was good. I don't think it got the attention it deserved. Single hum, Ravens for the win. Yeah, you know what? We kind of have a trend going. The question is, will the third guitar continue the trend? I know. And soon you will too. That's so hip. Thank you. Yeah, it's super simple. This just follows these lines. I had this originally in like two pieces. This is something I designed this like last summer, and finally, one of the nice things about having a laser is, we could just run a bunch of these in acrylic, and I did the same thing with like the Concord plates. Let's just run them in some scrap acrylic first, just to see, well, what does this thing look like? Is this a good idea? Is this a terrible idea? And so, that's nice. That's nice. Yes, they share the same paint fumes. Very retro modern. Love it. Thank you. Oh yeah. But so originally this was going to be like in two pieces, like two separate plates. I think that would be a cool look. Because I've seen something like that before, and it was a cool look. And when I incorporated this kind of into it, let's say it just had a look that I didn't think was going to be super great. So we did one piece, and here we are. And that says it right there, doesn't it? That's so Raven. Okay, so that's Tony's guitar. So single hum, but still, Now I don't think many people are splitting a bridge pickup only. However, Tony will, and so will Sean. Isn't that crazy? So right now we've got two one-hum Ravens, both distinctive, both unique builds. Both requiring some R&D, both with, Now here's the debate: push-pull or push-push. That you can talk about. You can talk about that amongst yourselves. Dude, I can't do a lot of things. That is one of them. Okay. And now, the third guitar. Are you ready? I don't think you are. I don't think you are. So I'm just going to start out with just that, because Beyonce is right in that you're not ready for this jelly. I don't think you are. But I'm gonna give it to you anyway. Okay. All right. So we'll just kind of look at that. What do we got there? we got a rosewood head plate. Well, I mean, that's not, that in and of itself isn't. Oh, you saw a little bit just there, didn't you? Oh, you saw a little bit more. What the fuck? That's right, kids. This thing is red. So red, it makes you go, hell yeah. It is red. Look at that. We got some streaky mahogany. It's so shiny. Look at that. You can see me holding it up in the mirror. Look at the reflection. Look at that. Would you look at that? Look at that. Very subtle. Like the being subtle. That's right. So let's look at the back, shall we? Yes. So, mahogany back. What? Rosewood neck. When no one else would. Rosewood. Look at that. So this is the last neck from the batch of rosewood that I had. And yeah, here it is. So super pretty. We got rosewood with a little, super, super pretty. Now, the other guitars that have necks from this batch, the other two have the necks are oiled. Obviously, this one is glossy. And I do prefer an oiled neck, but I gotta say, this in person is quite striking. Yeah. So that is the last of the rosewood that I had from this batch from years ago. And I am honestly happy to be rid of it. All of the guitars that were, it was just, they were boards of wood that were very unpleasant to work with, kind of like me. So yeah, I'll show it to you again. So yeah, we got a lovely flame top. We've got a little reveal, over here. So I'm pretty sure this is Madagascar rosewood. I didn't have enough for the fretboard, but I was lucky enough to find some that matches pretty well. Obviously, if this were clear coated, it would be, more of a match, but whatever. So one of the things that I like about, you can see where the little seam kind of terminates on the end right there. Dig it. I like it. So, yeah. That's pretty cool. KK Downing, eat your heart out. That's nice. Still hot. Well, thank you. That's about yourself. Jim coming in with a rock on, everyone. Yeah, man. Yeah. I put a split on a build for a bridge hum and found out I never use it in single mode. Yeah, I think that happens. Yeah. Congrats to the owner of that one. Rosewood neck for the win. That's right. Chris is a fan of the rosewood or even Palfero necks. Good day to all of you from Scotland. How about that? We've got Colombia. We've got Scotland. We got Wisconsin. It's like an old Benetton commercial. So cool. That's right. What else we got? Yeah, I think that's it. One of the things I gotta, we've been working a lot on the website this year, and you'll notice some minor changes so far. Not really so minor though, because I don't want to minimize that, because every single page has had some work done on it so far, which is good. Yeah, this is something I gotta do this too. Yeah, me and TurboTax. Boy, oh boy, that's going to take an entire weekend. So, have fun, Chris. We'll see you later. There's been a lot of updates to the website, and Kyle had asked for my thoughts on like a list of things. Some of those things I don't necessarily have thoughts on, but I got to give him some. So I'm going to try and do a little bit of that today, just a little bit. Yeah, that's that. One of the other things that, I think I've been talking cases. We know the cases are challenging. Did I talk about this? I've been working with the fine folks at TKL Cases to come up with a hybrid case that will work for a Stardust 71, a 624, 622, 624 TE, 625. The nice thing is that the 622, 24, 25s, those, except for 622, the 24s and 25s, those are a little bit longer because, you got the extra frets. And some of the commonly found Strat cases are too short, but TKL's Strat case actually works for some of those. So that's really great. But, I would like to, if I'm going to have, if I need to have some cases made, I got to get like 24. So I would rather have 24 of something that fits multiples. So they're working on a hybrid. And the fun thing about that too is that, there are some options, maybe some different color options. We'll see. I know we can screen some stuff on the case, which is fun. That kind of opens it up to some other potential concerns because like G&G makes our 71 cases. They make our Concord cases. They'll probably make the Revolution cases. And those are probably gonna be a little bit different from the TKL. Does it matter? Probably not. But anyway, those are things I think about. When I think about if we're going to have something screened on a TKL case and it's not on the G&G case, does it matter? I mean, I think you want things to be uniform. But, I think it's really easy to get lost in these kinds of decisions and not go anywhere. So let's make a decision and refine as we go. I found that is something that generally I do with pretty much everything in my life. But one of the things that I found in this process is, so they need, 3D drawings or files of all of the models. I'm like, all right, here you go. I need, Ravens have been tough to get cases for. CLS, and there are some cases that work okay for them. There are, but then it also kind of depends. Sometimes those cases don't always work. It's been a thing. But the really great thing for those of you watching that may have Ravens, I know conspiracy series Ravens, the first few, runs 2 and 3 that had Ravens, those came with gig bags, which are really nice. And I wish I had a whole bunch extra. But then we kind of moved to everything to hard shell cases. And I'm not gonna lie, I think the gig bags are nicer than the hard shell cases are, but I understand that some people just want hard shell cases. It's a thing. This is totally a thing. And so what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So finding cases that work for the customs and for the conspiracy series models, they're the same files, but They don't always work. The TKL Jazzmaster case is perfect. It is absolutely, absolutely perfect for Ravens. I put a conspiracy series Raven with the Floyd in it, and that's got a little bit of a longer because of the Floyd nut extends the headstock out. So conspiracy series Raven with the Floyd fits. 7-string Raven fits. 6-string Raven fits. Baritone Raven fits. And the thing that's really nice about these things is that because there are some cases that, like the body compartment, the floor of the body compartment is like just a little too low. So when you put the guitar in, it kind of angles up, like it angles the neck up, instead of sitting flat, kind of it's like that. And you can put a little towel underneath, but it doesn't, it's not really what you want. So we put the Ravens in the TKL Jazzmaster case. It's the perfect height. They're just perfect. Now, see, that's the thing. For Ravens, we'll probably just use those Jazzmaster cases, which means those are off-the-shelf cases. They're not going to have like screening or different colors because, like, I could justify buying 24 Raven cases, but like, I don't have it. The money is better spent. I'm not going to buy 48 cases. So the hybrid case for the 622 through 622, 24, 25 Stardust 71 hybrid, that's really the smartest, the smartest spend right now. So that's what I'm going to do. Smartest spend. Listen to me. This is like a shareholders meeting. Yeah. There you go. Happy Chocolate Bunny Day, everybody. There you go. Every day can be Chocolate Bunny Day. Every day is Chocolate Day. Multi-cases make so much sense, but it's got to be tricky to figure out the best fit. Yes, it is. So, like, the best fit physically, the thing that's nice is that we're talking about, for some of the smaller bodied guitars in this hybrid, they may, they might, well, I know that they can give me some like extra inserts that will go in, like runners along the sides that, we could put them in on our own and they'll still look good. I'll tell you, I've done a ton of case modification in the past couple of years, from pulling out like the guts of cases and machining new inserts, like for Andy's Lefty Raven. It took a SKB base case and I pulled the inserts out, made all new inserts, went to Joann's Fabric, bought black fur lining for, like case lining, and, did all of that. Made some nice mans that we've taken like some conspiracy series cases and take like the body stuff out and form fit and, fabric and all that stuff. I've done a lot of that. Like the Concord cases that I got from G&G. They're lovely, but I have to modify them. And doing that without it looking like I've modified them is, it's frustrating. Because those cases, Concord cases, are really expensive. For me, they're really expensive. But anyway, yeah, it is tricky. It's also tricky to rock a rhyme that's right on time. It's tricky. All right, he's gone already. But, we already showed Jessica. Our gig bags are the best. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Those construction on those will begin sometime in April. So we haven't done them yet, but they are slotted in the build queue. So we'll get those moving. Yeah, that's my story on cases. I really wanted to just have all of the super non-pointy things in like a really nice gig bag, like nicer than the conspiracy series ones, because those absolutely exist. And like TKL makes some really nice ones. This is not sponsored by TKL, but I am very excited to work with them. Um, when in talking with them over the past couple of weeks, I'm like, well, they said, well, your Raven will fit in the Jazzmaster case. I'm like, all right, let me buy one to see. Sure enough. So I got to get some more. And then I ordered a couple of their gig bags that are really nice. I think that the gig bags that Sir uses, I think they're the same. They're really nice. And like, if I could, I would just be like, could I get like a run of 24 of those with just like my stitching on it? Probably not. I didn't ask, but like, it's been such a thing where some people are like, God, I have it. Like, I hate cases. I just give me a gig bag. That's fine. And then some others feel that like, if a guitar costs X, it should come in a hard shell case. I understand that. I see both sides of it, and it's really difficult to have the right answer, I think. So, it might be one of those things where on the quote form, you can specify which one you want. I mean, as far as cost goes, their cases are more expensive. But I mean, I don't know. So that's something to think about, but it's not a problem I have to solve today, which is great. But one of the things that I do need to kind of get back to, one of the things I used to do with customs is like, they would come with a little postcard that had a picture of the guitar and then its specs. I like having some sort of a spec sheet. I don't think I'm going to go back to doing that again because but like a universal like spec sheet is something that I think would be good for us to have, along with here's what the specs, like the setup specs of the guitars are. Specifically, where do we set the relief? Where do we set the string height at the 12th fret? Aren't you supposed to do it at the 17th? Well, yeah, unless you're having them plecked, because the pleck does it to have the fall away start at the 12th, so you're best setting it there. Okay, thanks. Nobody cares. What the nut height is, the string height of the nut on the high E, low E, because I think it's good. It's good maybe to have those because when something, when you ship a guitar across, zip codes, climates change, temperatures change, the neck can move around a little bit. And when I have something set at 5,000ths right here, it might be 10 when you get it, and it, whatever. But then again, I don't necessarily expect everyone to have, feeler gauges and that sort of thing. But I think it's probably good to have. So I have to design that, which doesn't seem very involved. Oh, it sees my thumbs up and it's doing, see, wait, will it find it again? There it is. It goes away. No, okay. Yeah, so those are things I gotta kind of put together. What do you think about that? That's it. Yeah, we've got just a few minutes left here. If anybody has any questions, anything you want me to, let's see. Sir gig bags are nice. The PRS Boo gig bag that they use for the SEs are nice too. I think we took some of the features of those SE bags and put them on the ones that I have, like the closet hook and the front handle. That's what this means, the front handle. Those are things I got from the SE bags. But like the SE bags that I've seen, I remember they were just like really, really big to me. I get it. You can put a bunch of different stuff in there, but I thought it just looked a little. But also maybe it's just my. No, I'm not going to say. But yeah, okay. That's it, right? We're good? Yeah, we're good. Okay. So we covered a lot. Talked cases. You got some sneak peeks of some guitars that are going to be finished very soon. Talk about the Dallas Guitar Show. If any of you are local and are going to the Dallas Guitar Show, even if you're not local and are going to the Dallas Guitar Show, come say hi. Come say hi. Just do that. Come say hi. Buy a guitar. That would even be like super bitchin'. Yeah, we'll be there next to our pals at Rev Amplification. Looking forward to that. And yeah, so I hope you have a lovely day. You do look really good. I mean, you knew that when you woke up. You're like Fonz. You woke up, you saw yourself in the mirror, and you're like, what do I got to worry about? That I know of. That's the sound effect for that. Okay, I got nothing. I'm going to go. That's right, we're ending it early. How about that? Okay, talk to you later. Have a lovely day. Yeah, bye.